What's up, my friends? Welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. Here we are with Aroden, and we are back at camp. We have Zevran on board now because of his daring ambush. And yeah, he's one of us. I'm kind of wondering actually how our companions feel about it. Liliana said she was on board. Wynn didn't say nothing, and Sten really didn't give a shit. But I'm kind of wondering how Alistair feels about having an assassin watch our back. But without further ado, let's go ahead and talk to him before we head out to go to, I think the village is, I can't even remember the name of the village. But we're going to head out to find Shale. So, hey Zev.
Here I am.
Here you are, indeed, in the flesh. Here to answer some questions.
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
You know, why did you want to leave the crows exactly?
Well now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin after all is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
True. I guess if I was given to the crows pretty much as well, and he knows no other way, why wouldn't he want to try something else, you know? I mean, you can't always run around killing people. I mean, that's pretty much all they do. They don't really attend tea parties, and, well, they actually probably do attend tea parties and shit, just to kill somebody, obviously. You know, what would you rather do?
Now that you mention it, I am not entirely certain. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased, for 3 sovereigns, I'm told, which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder, and if you do poorly in your training, you die.
That seems like a horrid practice, man. It sounds awful.
Oh, I don't know about that. The crows who are actually good enough to survive come to enjoy some of the benefits. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. Gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
Why didn't you just leave then?
And become the next mark for some up-and-coming crow? Not likely. The only way to leave is for them to think you're dead. And even then, you'd best be scarce. As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
I guess, for the time being, I'm actually happy to have you along. It's nice to have another elf here, per se.
And here I am, happy to be had. Isn't it wonderful how things work out that way? Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so.
Yeah, I guess you better watch your back, huh? Alright, well, I'm not done with you yet, bud.
Here I am.
Care to answer some more questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Do you actually enjoy being an assassin?
And why not? There are many things to enjoy about being a crow in Antiva. You are respected, you are feared, the authorities go out of their way to overlook your trespasses, even the rewards are nothing to turn your nose up at. As for the killing part, well, some people simply need assassinating. Or do you disagree?
You know, there are some pretty shitty people out there. I don't really wish death upon nobody, really, but there are some shitty people that probably, I guess, deserve it. So, in a sense, I guess he is probably right, huh?
I often find myself the instrument of fate, ending these lives for one necessity or another. I console myself with the notion that most of them had it coming. As far as enjoying the act of killing itself, why not? There is a certain artistry to the deed, the pleasure of sinking your blade into their flesh and knowing that their life is in your hands.
Well, at this point in time, I would say Logan probably deserves it. At this point. I mean, nothing really surfaced and we don't really know his full story yet, but from the point of view of looking at Logan and the situation with him abandoning Kaelin, this, that, and the other, he kind of deserves it at this point, yeah? So, hey, I enjoy violence myself, my friend. Why do you think I carry this big-ass sword on my back and that damn sword and shield? Nothing like mighty blowing people, my friend.
You enjoy getting the blood flowing, whether it is yours or others? Yes, I know the type. There are many things I did not enjoy about being a crow, of course. Having no choice, being treated as an expendable commodity, the rules, oh, so many rules. But simply being an assassin, I like it just fine. I will continue to do it if I can, even if I am not a crow. Honestly, could you picture me doing something else?
I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe you can be a dancer, or a teacher, or... like, I don't really know what Zevran could be. Besides an assassin, what can you guys see him doing other than being a damn assassin? Maybe he can be a wedding singer. That seems like a pretty damn good job for him, huh? I mean, why not? You can do whatever you damn like.
Whereas I am content merely doing what I happen to be good at. It's a talent that not many come by, honestly. I don't see why I need not pursue it. Of course, all these thoughts are moot. Chances are still good that you and I will perish, eaten by Darkspawn or slain by the crows at some point. Very gruesomely, I imagine. But it is pleasant enough to chat about. Come, let's move on while our boots still have some wear in them.
Up and coming, wedding singer. Let's get the hell out of here, huh? We have a lot more to talk about with our companions here, and I'm going to save that after Shale's thingy-majiggy here. But let's do talk on Brucey.
Oh, why you little...
Talk on Brucey. Let's talk to Brucey here. Did you jump at the sight of your own shadow again?
Oh, you're so funny. Such rapier wit. Your furry friend here took offence at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Good boy. Teach that silly Alistair a lesson.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Brucey's no joke, Alistair. I wouldn't mess with him. Alright, let's take another one of these things for the road. Who knows if we'll ever need it. And then let's go ahead and get to Shale's thing. I'm going to pick Zev.
Yes.
Yes.
Win. And
Yes.
Alistair. Sure. So we are here, Salter's Pass. Although the route is more treacherous than Guerin's Pass to the north, Salter's Pass can shave more than 2 days travel off your journey to Orlais. So yeah, here's west to Orlais right here. Let's go. Let's see what kind of trouble we can start, huh? Felix? Hold on, pal. Let me loot all this bullshit first. Priorities, my friends. Priorities.
You'll have to forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. Not many people travelling in this part of Ferelden. Of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Mule got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what do I do?
Well, first of all, just what the hell are you even doing out here in this Darkspawn ravaged land?
Ah, waiting for my helper to find the damn mule, of course. It's freezing! Oh, I suppose you meant, why am I out here? As in this part of the country. Allow me to introduce myself. Felix de Grosbois, merchant and entrepreneur at your service.
I am one of the Grey Wardens.
A Grey Warden? That's quite impressive, isn't it? My word. I don't normally take this route, but with the war, I was hoping for a bit of luck and good weather in the mountains. Sadly, I've had neither. Ugh, this trip has been one miserable disaster after another. I don't suppose you'd consider helping a fellow out?
You know, help a fellow out, what do you mean by that?
Of all the other things that went wrong, the worst is this artifact I brought in Jada. It's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem. No point in me keeping it, however, as I'll never get to use it. But, maybe you could?
A control rod? What the hell does that even do?
The dwarf I brought it from said it activates and controls a golem. So long as you have it in your hand, the golem does what you say. Might be useful, no? I mean, you look like the sort who could use one, yes?
Log in our inventory stuff? Why not? You know, how do I even know this will work?
The fellow I brought it from is a long-standing contact. He didn't want to come to Ferelden, however, with all our troubles. He said he got it from the man who owned this golem. But to be honest, I have no idea if it will work. Hence the low price. What do you say?
So, what's the catch? There's always a catch. I suggest we catch it while we can, huh? Who the hell said that? Where is that coming from? Dragon Age 2? Plymouth, I think, yeah?
The catch? Yeah, I suppose it is a catch, isn't it? The catch is that the golem didn't come with the rod. It's supposed to be down in the village down... My word! Allow me... Even if I could get down there, which I can't, I understand the place has been overrun by Darkspawn. But you're a Grey Warden, however. Darkspawn aren't an issue for you, are they?
I love it when this game goes into remix mode and all of a sudden it's just like... It's like the character's in a remix, like he's doing a... It's just... One moment he's talking about Shale, the next moment he's talking, my word, you're a Grey Warden! And then all of a sudden Shale again, like, what the hell's going on here? How much you even want for that?
Nothing. I just don't want to have to lug around something that might be taken for a gemstone by some bandit. To be honest, I don't even know if it'll be useful to you. I paid too much to simply throw it away.
I guess, sure. I guess we could use that.
Just as well. As I mentioned before, you'll find the golem down south, in a town called Honnleath. I'll mark it here on your map. Just hold up the rod and say Dulaf Gar. That will wake the golem up, so I'm told. I hope it works.
What if it doesn't work then?
Maybe you could look up the fellow who owned the golem before. If he's still about, that is. Best of luck to you then. Now, I guess it's up to me to find that mule myself.
Dulaf Gar, or whatever the heck it is. You have acquired a control rod from a merchant. According to his tale, the rod will activate a golem in the remote village of Honnleath, in the southwest of Aroden. You should journey there and see if the story is true. You know, that's one thing I do miss out on that I don't feel like I'm doing enough, even though I have played this game. The people that watch this game and watch me play it, it might be quite confusing because I never read the damn quest. Sometimes reading the quest actually helps people, and even helps myself, and it's actually a nice little refresher to go in there and read this stuff as we go. So we're going to dip into the codexes every now and again, even though most of us kind of know what's going on, but we're still going to read the quest. I feel like that's going to make the experience a tad bit better. I dare say that guy looked different, did he not? Like, I don't remember him looking like that. Maybe this redesign thing that we got going on here changed his appearance up. Let's save before we get on the road and then head to Honnleath, a remote village where an old golem supposedly lies waiting to be claimed. A personal damn golem will come in handy. I mean, it's crazy because the lore states, like, in Orzammar, when they were fighting the Darkspawn during the first, like, Blight or whatever it is, maybe it was, like, the first, I don't remember, one of them Blights back there. Like, them golems completely turned the tide for the dwarves and such. Like, golems are so freaking powerful. Could you imagine us having one? Like a real, like, personal golem in real life, huh? It'd scare the hell out of people if you were going to the store or something, I
fellow
bet.
traveler of the fair lands. Are you a seeker, perchance? My packs are light, but I have a tome of strange origin. The Deus V8, rumored to be the last message to a sinful world from the Maker himself.
This is the 5 mages, 4 pages thing. We should have read that, damn it. It's quite odd. It's just kind of everywhere. We'll try to jump into the journal here and look at it. But from what I was getting from it is that he's a forger and a damn liar.
Those accusations are baseless, groundless, heinous, unsupportable, insubstantial, and disregardable. Oh, forget it. Get them!
Time to throw down, sucker. We have a mage up here. Wynn is going to have to force field that mage because he is going to wheel and freaking deal. Yes. And then let's get Zevron up there. By the time he's done force fielding, he'll probably be done for and bow. We taunted. Let's go ahead and get this on. Get some room. Is Zevron? What is he doing? Take Zev up here. See, I know we're not gonna be able to hit him right now, but I think we should at least beat on him. Regen on Aroden. Heal on Aroden. He's already dead? Who killed him? Alistair? Holy shit. Zevron is wrecking. He's dead. Let me go ahead and move some of this trash. You know, I don't know if we'll ever use this, but we'll still... Let me get some potions on his screen real quick. It don't matter what, it's something just in case. Oh yeah, eat that! Well, I dare say Wynn probably did not kill him, so Alistair, man, he is wrecking, huh? Let's get back to Zev, so we can actually get in some action here. Mopped him up. Game's just getting easier and easier. This might be a nasty party. Thinking it's mostly going to be... Well, it's never mostly with me. You know I always switch it up a lot. But majority of the time, we will definitely be using Zevron over Liliana this playthrough, because we're definitely not romancing her, so we don't need to kind of bring her along too often for dialogue and such. Wrecked. Cameo cow added. Like, let me see. It's got to be quest related, right? Yeah, right here. Tome Deus V8 Eternus and Malfectum Dragos Te Ventum. No, hold on. Yeah, I can't write down damn words. I don't know what the hell them words are. Here I begin my study knowing full well it will change the circle forever. Let history mark the date that this will work. Begin 929 Dragon. So it's 929 Dragon. Remember the codex that said it was 930 something in Soldier's Peak? So that when new calendars are put to paper, the date France 0.0 is known with certainty from the mouths of gods, finally to the people through me. So this is by Enchanter France. I'm about trying to read this crap again. 479 sovereigns plus favors, immortality worth every coin, words of creation, proof of maker. No one must know until translations are complete. I will have first enchanter, the ear of kings. I will own kings. Glory everlasting. From enchanter Modalt. And then this bunch of words together here. I don't know what the hell they say. I wonder what language this is. Is this made up stuff here? Some kind of made up thing going on here. Notes on a wondrous discovery, a strange script, uniform by steady hand. Yes, one would expect an agent of the maker to be steady. In fact, it follows all the expectations of the words the maker would bestow. It is perfect, and once translated, I will have such fun lording this over the chantry. Worth every bit. Enchanter Gaius. Maker, take that vendor a copy, a fake. Why did I see? It was obvious fake. Laughing stock, no one must know. Johim Bohem. Find him, I will kill him. So the words, what does it say, spake? Yeah, spake he the words, and he brought life. Speak you the words, ascension. So this guy is trying to write immortality in these words, and these mages they pretty much bought it like a bunch of putzes. The words elude me, but I will defy their obstinacy. Worked by the old gods or the maker himself, I will wring their secrets into my hands. I need the essence of the powerful and the pure, and so begins a bloody road, but at the end, godhood, the keys to the Black City. Sure. Anyways, we put that cheapskate to, I was gonna say the axe, but we put him to the sword, and he's done for. Alright, let's move on, shall we? The village of Honnleath. Now that we're done with that damn cheapskate, get him out of the picture. Crazy what people will do for money, man. And the freaking dumb mages were completely believing that that stuff was legit. I mean, I guess when it comes to immortality, there's no bounds, I guess. People know no bounds. Get on the two-hander and booyah! Eat that! Little freak. Wreck them. Hold on here. So I want to test a theory here. Let's look at our inventory here. So we have 2 gold, 29, and 50. Because I'm having issues with this loot all mod here. And I want to know if it's just the money that's not showing up, because it might be money on him. So 2, 29, 50. Now watch. Nothing. Now let's look at our stuff again. It's just money then. 232. So the money from this mod is not showing up. So if it's lootable things, then it will show up. So all that whole time, we were thinking that we're not getting the stuff from the loot. So all this time that we only picked up 3 of these along the way, huh? Crazy. So it seems like just the money part of it's bugged, because I turned it off here and I went back a little bit. And when I turned it off, I was picking up money from these corpses. So it just looks like if it's money, it doesn't seem to show up down here. But if it's lootable stuff, as in, I don't know, gear, garnets, and the whatnot. Eat that, sucker. Anyways. But yeah, I think that's the case here going on. Who knows? But we're going to leave it how it is and stop damn complaining. Let's get the Zev. Go ahead and work on these guys, huh? Oh yeah, eat it. And that. How about that one?
Is that all you've got?
This guy over here is pegging win. Go ahead and take him out. Sevron and Brosy's going to be my go-to men. My go-to guys to take out the range characters. Good night.
Let's make this quick.
And good night. Them Darkspawn, and good night over here. 3 beheaded people. This... How are you guys yelling with no heads? Let's just be... Let's see, one more time, okay? Let's test the theory. 2, 43, 12. Nothing. You can see nothing on the screen. 2, 54, 40. Okay, so it's just money. I feel so much better that I found out what the hell is going on here. Let's freaking high-five each other and dance around fire or something. Who knows? Let's go get some drinks. Finally found out what the hell is going on here. Fire arrow? Just 1 arrow? Really? Okay, that works. Let me see something with Aroden here, because self-any, we want him to use them, yeah? Because that means I'll get Indomitable at some point, right? And I'll put it here as well. And then when I switch off of people, I won't have to tediously do it myself, I'll do it himself. But for now, let's go ahead and do enemy health 25. Use... You know what? Self health 25. Use Devour. You know, I kind of want Taunt down here. The last thing. Enemy attacking main character. Like, I wonder if this is a good idea. Because when I throw him off to other enemies, he might run back to me. So let's do enemy... Target... No, hold on. Target using... Ranged or magic. Or I just could use any. And he'll just... Any enemy that he's close to. Enemy... You know what? Screw it. Nearest visible. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Because... Damn it. Let's just try... So indecisive, damn it, with this stuff. Because I want these ranged people out. Hell, let's do that. Sound good? Are we on board here, friends?
On it.
Let's get in here and make some ruckus for these damn Darkspawn. Hey guys, having a party? Let me in! Ain't no party without Aroden. Oh, what a big whiff you just did there, pal. Go ahead and shield bash him. Eat that, freak. Let's get back to our sword and shield, or two-hander. Eat it! Almost strike, let's get on Zev. You guys are just working on one guy. You're supposed to go over here and stun the range, Zev. Right? You know what? Hold on. Let's just attack this guy and see if he does it on his own. Let's see if he does it on his own. But let's attack this guy. See if he runs off. Because we are attacking this guy. We'll just leave him be for now. And see if he actively does it. Regen. And then a heal. Get back to Alistair. Keep Alistair on this guy. These guys are shooting with arrows, but I think they'll be fine. I want Zev to see if he can... He's running off. Let's watch it. Stunned him. Ooh. Beautiful, man. Let's get Alistair over here. Brucey over here. Aroden's still fine on these two. Devour. Look at that heal. 100%, friends. Don't let nobody tell you that Reaver sucks. I'm telling you. Nasty. Monster Whiff. Eat that. Let's use this ability. Oh! Fun stuff. Hey, Win, you having fun? Old bones are freaking creaking, I hear them. Health poultice.
Right.
Man, I am freaking happy we found out what the hell was going on with that loot stuff. It's like
This should be easy enough.
weight off my shoulders.
As you wish. Let's get started.
Perhaps I could have a try
Better.
at that.
Commander's helmet and metal kite shield. Let's get back to Aroden and run around over here real quick. Bloodied bronze key? What is that? Man, we got a bunch of stuff here. I'm pretty sure I know what that key's from. I think it's that chest over there. Anyways, let's get this note. A note from the Honnleath Village Council. Mistress Matilda, the council has anonymously agreed to put you in charge of the decorations for Honnleath's upcoming Harvest Festival. We all adored what you did with the village for the winter solstice. As usual, the statue must be adorned with items that capture the essence of the season. Iris kindly offered the use of her wide-brimmed straw hat with the berries and daisies and would love to see it on the statue. Farmer Goodman will also donate some of his baby pumpkins. We think a garland of small pumpkins and ribbons draped around the statue's shoulders would be lovely. Whatever you decide, we will be splendid, I'm sure, and we're all looking forward to it. Oh my god. Councilman Murray. Could you imagine how this poor golem feels? You know, golems are like living inanimate creatures here. So she or he is probably completely aware of what the hell's going on here, huh? Creepy, right? So let's get in this chest and see what the hell is good. Olaf's prized cheese knife and a flawed lightning crystal. So let's look at this cheese knife for Zev here. Zevron's got the edge and the Beastman dagger. But this is tier 5. Armor penetration? You know, I just don't think it's better. No. Beastman's dagger is tier 5 already as well. But it's got that 10% critical and backstab damage, my friends. That's a lot. And then the edge is tier 6, so no biggie. Let's go ahead and head inside, and then we'll probably end up saving there. And when we get back, we'll freaking tackle the rest of this stuff. Basket of birdseed? The basket is almost empty. Most of the birdseed seems to be scattered about attracted birds. Shale.
This is a golem, I believe. Damaged, perhaps beyond repair. There may be a way to reactivate it, though that is not necessarily wise.
On closer inspection, you see the statue is embedded with numerous crystals, some of them cracked. It may be dwarven make. Dulef Gar. Nothing happens. Apparently either the rod is not working or the code word is incorrect. Well, the only way to figure this out is to go inside over here. The golem is unresponsive to the control rod and command words you acquire from Felix. Perhaps there are still survivors in the village who could shed some light on the golem's current state. Cool. Let's go inside, my friends. There was a door over here somewhere, right? Yeah, right there. So this village is completely under siege by Darkspawn. There was people fleeing. And wonder what the Darkspawn are even doing here. Just ravaging the land. I mean, there's probably no purpose for them being here. This is coming up from the south, just ravaging the land, huh? Wilhelm's Cellar. Alright, before we get going too far,
As you wish.
I am going to, like I said before, I'm going to at least tackle one to two codexes each episode of something that is not really tailored to the mission, so we don't really have to go ahead and do much of them side codex videos and such. We'll see. So, let's see here. What updated on this? You have acquired a small painted box as requested by the Friends of Red Jenny. The reward, whatever it is waiting off of the Market District in Denerim. Let's see. What is this? Oh, this is the juicy love letters. Let's read this real quick. A collection of embarrassing personal communications between the spoiled wealthy and their objects of obsession. A delicate matter. Why I am overjoyed at the prospect of having you. An unwelcome guest requires that you excuse yourself by the postern of my estate to avoid a mark upon our reputations. M. My dearest Virginia True Royal. Bodus Ripped. That's a freaking, regarding Bodus Ripped, that's a freaking dagger, man. That's the name of a dagger in Dragon Age 2. Enclosed are 7 silver and my most heartfelt apologies for said Bodus. I would blame the cold ocean spray, the loss of my favorite shirt, the buckling of the stallion, or perhaps the strain of maintaining all such element. While sitting for a portrait, but I was certainly not myself. I hope you will forgive me and not take it upon yourself to find your own determined way into this world. The hell? By Sir Rival Gooseman. To one's paramour, when last we embraced, one noticed the redolence of another's company, but one must be unmindful. His most eminent Sir Feather Hapsmith Asvold III. Like, this stuff is so weird. We'll read this again when we actively get the rest of these damn love letters. So we pretty much did all the notes. Yeah, good. Let's tackle some of the other stuff first. Let's tackle desire demons, because this is actually tailored to this mission. In all my studies, I must say that the most intriguing was my interview with the desire demon. That the creature was willing to speak with me was a sign that this was no mere monster, mindlessly driven by its nature, but rather a rational being, as interested in me as I was in it. It took the form that I would call a female, though I had no doubt that it could appear otherwise. That's interesting because we know in Inquisition their form kind of changes here. So now we know that they pretty much meant that from day one. So it's taken the form of what you perceive it as, kinda, in a way. I wanted it to, or because I expected it to. She, and indeed I would only think of her as such now, smiled warmly at me and laughed a musical sound that seemed to thrill my old heart. So frightened was I of this creature's legendary abilities to twist the hearts of men, and so relieved was I when I looked across the table into her dark eyes. This was a fearsome creature of the Fade, but as I spoke with her, I slowly came to realize that this demon was merely as misunderstood as we mages are ourselves. From the journal of former seen enchanter Malleus, once the Circle of Ravine declared apostate 920 dragon. Of all the threats from beyond the veil, there were few more insidious and deceptively deadly than the desire demon. In folklore, such demons are characterized as peddlers of lust, luring their prey into sexual encounters only to be slain at the culmination. While a desire demon can indeed deal in pleasure, in truth they deal with any matter of desire that humans can possess, wealth, power, beauty, to name a few. Far more intelligent than the bestial hunger and rage demons, the more ambitious than the demons of sloth. These dark spirits are among the most skilled and at tempting mages in the possession. Many who serve the whims of a desire demon never realize it. They manipulate it by illusions and deceit, if not outright mind control. Although these demons are reluctant to resort to such crude measures, instead they seem to take great pleasure in corruption. The greater the deceit, the greater their victory. Only demons of pride prove more fearsome opponents when roused. Their abilities to affect the mind allows them to assume disguises and even alter the environment to their purpose. Not to mention the great strength and speed they possess if they should have to resort to a more physical means. Most often desire demons will attempt to bargain its way to freedom if overpowered. Many stories exist that depict mages defeating desire demons to the point where a wish can be wrested from them. It should be noted that in such stories, the demon always gets the upper hand, even when the mage thinks his wish has been granted. Cool. Very freaking interesting. We're probably just going to, when we tackle these codexes each time, let's just start from the top. Because, like, what else can we do? You know what I mean? Hold on here. Shockwave. An adventurer beset from the all sides may find temporary solace within confines of a force field spell, which temporarily protects against all damage. Since the spell also prohibits movement, however, the original situation will still persist. Once the spell fails, if the mage casts Crescent Prison atop the force field, the contradictory effect will result in a spectacular disintegration of both spells, generating a shockwave that harms all the area except the original subject standing in the epicenter. That's cool. So we'll force field somebody, and then right when a force field's about to go out, we'll shockwave his ass and knock everybody back. Cool. So this is still a bunch of quest-related stuff that we should go ahead and read. We just read that. Why is some of this stuff not... Oh, because I went back with the loot thing. I get it, I get it. Alright, friends. I'm going to head out here. When we get back, we will finish Shale's mission and figure out how to get this damn golem on our side. Bashing all our foes. Headbutting, stomping, kicking, throwing across the freaking world. Whatever the hell golems do. Anyways, take it easy out there. Until next time, stay safe, my friends. See you all then.